Hey everyone. I'm sorry, I'm still setting up here kind of. Um, all right, there I am. I'm not muted. I'm not muted. I'm sorry, I'm still there. Now I'm muted. Hi. Sorry I'm a little late today. I decided to set up outside because it's so nice out, and as usual, my computer and chip broke my balls while setting up, so it took a little longer than I planned. Anyway, all right, let me get this few things here just better suited for me. Make that a little smaller. And then, where's YouTube? There it is. Let me get this video up and going. You're ready? Okay, now let's get back here to live chat. Hi, who's here? Who do we have? Hey, Felon Sassy 56. Oh, I have to say, by the way, I fucking love Charlotte's new name. Like, she handled that like the best possible way. That I mean, just I have to give credit where credit is due, and that was fucking brilliant. So, yay, good job. Hey, Sue Elliott. Hey, Reagan. Hey, Megan. Hi, Lily. Hey, Terry. Dirty Uncle Sal. Ginger Lee. Felon Autistic Shell. Oh, that's awesome. Reagan. I don't know if I said you yet, but hi, Reagan. Kathy Ann. Tiffany. Hey, Victoria. Um, Dash X. What's up? Sally B. Little Mousy Girl. Juju B. Oh, sorry. The felon autistic shield kind of threw me off. Hi, Steffi. Heather. Grace Case. What's up? All right. I'm going to just skip down to the end here. There's. All right. Why is Shaq seem to be moving so fast? Wow, there's a lot of people here to start. Holy shit. I did actually advertise the stream, though. Maybe that's why. Let me go in here. Let me set it to subscribers only. And I do that not because I want everyone to subscribe to my channel. Of course I do, but that's, I'll be upfront about it. I won't try to trick people into doing it. But to prevent any bots coming into the chat. So you can feel free to unsubscribe after the stream if you so choose to. I get it. I understand. But it's just we've found that if I don't do this, then we end up with some idiot bots in the chat. And I do kind of set it for a small amount of time. I customize it and I just do 3 minutes. So you don't even have to be a sub for a while. Okay, there we go. Oh boy. Yeah, I can't stop. Like she really did. She handled that situation like a boss. You're right, Michelle. Like, it was perfect. Yeah, she handled shit like that. Actually, like her. Anyway, he lined me the squirrel. Oh, and hi, Michelle, by the way. And that. Me, my dragon. Hey, what's that say? Claudio? Claudio. I don't think I've ever seen a Claudio before. That's cool. Granny T. Objection trickery. Aw, thank you. Hi, back to yourself, pretty lady. Shit, I hope you're a lady. Or pretty man, whatever. I don't know what gender you are. Anyway, I'm going to shut up before I keep putting my foot in my mouth. Jar dinosaur behind bars. It's cool. Hey, y'all nanoset drunk. Hey, Christy. Hi. Oh, Christy, now was like perfect weather for that hot tub. I'm just saying. Like, it's a month ago was a little hot. Now, perfect, especially in the evening. Okay, let me just get to why I started this room. For people who are probably sitting here waiting, saying, "Just shut up already and start it." Hey, cheap class. All right, so I didn't even watch the full thing. I watched part of it. It's called. It's on Molly GoLightly's channel. It's called Dear Katherine Joy Paulson. And here's the thing: I completely understand like why Molly is at the place where she's at, addressing her. I get it. I totally understand. I don't fault her for it one bit. And any input I have to give is strictly, solely, only because I think I've just known Katie longer. That's it. But still, nonetheless, I do feel like I have some input here, and I wanted to just part with it. That's all. And whoever may want to listen and take up with it, awesome. Whoever may not, it's fine too. I get it. Just doing my part here, I guess you could say. So, without further ado, let me go and set this shit up. Oh, wait, let me grab a link to this first and put that in the description real quick. Otherwise, I forget. I always fucking forget to do that shit. I'm horrible with it. Like, I'm really horrible with it. Why is this taking forever to load? There we go. So, whatever. Here, I'm going to throw it in a live chat too. There's that. Hey, Claire. And then... why did they just go back to... that's stupid. Oh, I didn't put any of the rest of the description here. Shit. Oops. Link to... if you know anything about me, I'm horrible at remembering to do this shit, and I will forget. This is why I'm trying to make more of an effort to be more, I don't know, conscious of these things. So that's why I'm making y'all wait right now while I put it in there right now. Otherwise, forget. And might as well add that while I'm at it. Okay, all done. All right, so now if you refresh the page and you look at the video description, you'll see it in there now. So I'm gonna go ahead and start playing this, okay? Oh, wait, I have to finish hooking up my Bluetooth. I should probably do chapters and so people know when to can skip to the bullshit. You know, I'm just gonna mute my microphone while it plays.
This time, I'm not even playing. Now, I will address you. Want to know what's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. The biggest liar, the biggest phony, the biggest freak on the internet has went a little too far. I no longer have any sympathy for you, for everything that's wrong with you. And I'm not even talking about physically, mentally, emotionally. The fantasy that you live in, the joy that you get out of hurting people. You have went way too far. It's time for me to speak, and you're going to listen. What you have done to Marvon McRae's family is an abomination, is pure evil. It's borderline satanic. What you have just done to Marvon's father and his wife, what you have done to his sister, his mother, you're going out of your way to get Letitia fired from her job. She's on the phone right here. She's crying. Miss Wynette, I'm going to tell everybody. Tell all guys. You want to know the truth?
Okay, before we get into that, I want to commentate on what was said so far. I was finishing getting my earpod hooked up, and I finally did. I see AirPod because I only have one left. The other one maybe got flushed down the toilet accidentally. I don't know. Anyway, now this is Molly GoLightly. She's doing a response video to Katie after learning of Katie's most recent fuckery, basically. Apparently, Katie has somehow, I'm unsure of how this happened. I don't doubt that it's happened. I give every, I am not assuming that what's being said is true, but I do realize that it's possibly true. I'm not sure how about it is implied, though, that Katie did this, but Katie allegedly caused Letitia's employment to be called into question. And you're going to hear Katie get blamed for sharing video. Now, apparently, allegedly, she had this video for some time, and she waited until that moment the other night to release it, to share it publicly. And it was at that moment, apparently, that Wynette, Marvon's stepmother and Marvon Sr.'s wife, was losing her mother. Like at that moment, almost like to the hour. Like that's insane. I don't doubt that. Okay. I don't doubt that. Wait, I gotta address this here quick. I don't give a shit what the fuck it is Molly's done in the past. This isn't about Molly. This isn't fucking about Molly. Okay. This is about Katie, and everyone else who's trying to make it about Molly is who like Menace to Sobriety and the rest of the Uni fan. Yeah, gee, wonder why they're trying to be flat, or people to look. They want a distraction or something, whatever. I get it, but I'm not going to be pulled off course here. I'm sorry. I'm not going to get wrapped up in the little Twitter battles or whatever of Unirock and his fucking like 5 subscribers, whatever the case is. I'm not going to do it. Again, this isn't about Molly. I don't doubt that Molly has done her own fair share of shit in the past. That's great. Okay, go talk about it wherever you like. This isn't about Molly. This is about Katie. Okay, once again, she has. You see, it doesn't matter if you accept her into a situation to talk about it or not. She will still consume it. She will devour it. She will own it, and then she will blow it up and then put it back together the way she wants. That's what she's gonna do. If she notices you, she's gonna do it. There's no stopping her. And again, I'm not trying to stop her. That's not my place. I'm not judge, jury, and executioner of anything. I'm not the one who, nor do I want that power and control to dictate what should or shouldn't be allowed for other people to view and experience. That's up to everyone else. It's up to you. But it is my intent to put this shit out there. Should anyone else experience any of this shit and feel lose their mind, feel like there's just something that they can't quite put their finger on it, but there's something, or they wonder like why all of a sudden everything in their life online is turning to shit. I'm putting it out there so people have a resource. That's all. Back to what I was saying. So anyone in chat here who wants to say, "Oh, sure, but Katie did this, but Molly did this, this," I don't care. This isn't about Molly. I'm not defending Molly. Sorry, this is not at all about Molly. Don't know what to tell you. Back to it. I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna start over again because this is pissing me off. I don't even know where to try there.
The joy that you get out of hurting people. You have went way too far. It's time for me to speak, and you're going to listen.
She's not going to listen. Just saying, she's not.
What you have done to Marvon McCrae's family is an abomination, is pure evil. It's borderline satanic.
Okay.
You have just...
Just me personally, I'm going to play semantics here a little bit. The word satanic and evil just bother me because it gives like this whole religious, I don't know, feel over it. And none of this religion is religious. And so I don't like using those words. I'm just saying that it's deplorable. I don't know. I would call it more deplorable. Sociopathic, maybe. I don't know. That's all I'm saying.
Just done to Marvon's father and his wife what you have done to his sister.
What'd she do to his sister?
His mother.
I'm unaware of that.
You're going out of your way to get Letitia fired from her job. She's on the phone right here.
Okay, I'm just curious how Katie did that. I don't doubt that she did it. I'm not disputing and questioning anything. I just want to know how it is that she did this or allegedly did this. However you want to put it, I don't really give a shit. I don't doubt she did it though.
She's crying. Miss Wynette, I'm going to tell everybody.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to tell all of you guys. You want to know the truth? I'll tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth right now. Weeks ago, Justin and I were told that Miss Wynette, thank you, Sheree, Miss Wynette shared a little video of Marvon in the hospital when they got to visit him. They trusted her. She said, don't let me ever hear that you would ever share.
Okay, so I'm looking at the chat here, and Dash X says, her subs were talking about complaining to her work, and Uni and Kate gave instructions to report her and Molly Justin to the FBI. Report him to the FBI for what? For fucking what? The FBI doesn't care about any fucking Cash App fundraiser or GoFundMe fundraiser. Especially not when they did, brought in like 5K? Come on now. Or even 10K. It has to reach IRS threshold to be reported to them, even. I mean, fucking come on. Unbelievable.
Share this video. Do not cross me like this. Do not do this. I don't want this shared. Miss Wynette told me yesterday that she was surprised that how evil this girl is, that she never showed the video.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at what she's saying. I'm laughing. I'm reading my chat here. Just another troll. Aaron, you usually have the best ice cream going on in the background, but Molly might have you beat. She sounds like she has such good ice cream. I have an ice machine maker. Okay, it makes ice. Like it's this little Frigidaire thing that sits on your counter. It just makes fucking ice. That's it. It is. I had some mushrooms one night, and I sat there and watched it for like an hour and a half. Just in amazement over this thing. It takes 8 minutes. 8 minutes, and you hit ice. It's almost like instant ice, dude. 8 minutes. Come on. I get better ice. All right.
Yeah. Well, tonight, Miss Wynette was at the hospital with her family as her mother died. Her mother died 2 hours ago. She held her mother, and she passed away. Katie got the video. You did this for 2 reasons.
Okay, I do. much like I gave credit where credit was, I started dreaming. I do have to say something here. I'm not so sure Katie did this with that in mind. Um, it does seem suspect. I'll say that much. And yeah, it's totally something she would do. Absolutely, in my opinion. But I had no idea about Wynette's mother. I mean, I'm not so sure what Katie may have known, although they did talk, so maybe Katie did know something. I don't know. Um, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not so sure. I'm not ready to jump on and saying that she did this knowing that that was the case. Um, here, no, I didn't. Okay, but I can get why Molly would think she would because it's something she would do.
You did this for number one. You want to say, fuck you. Why not? Fuck you, Marvon Sr. Nobody hangs up the phone on me. Nobody rejects me. And the other reason you did
Why am I
it
explaining this so slow, by the way?
is because you want Dre McCrae to not allow family see him in the hospital. Right?
I kind of agree with that. Now, I was thinking earlier today, and I kind of came to a realization. Like, why? Because it seems like Katie came into this situation with the intent of backing Dre. And it's fine if that's the case. I'm whatever, I don't care. But why, though? I'm just curious why. Because the majority of people who learn about the situation, it's not where they made a choice to first go to. Um, so why is it that Katie did? And I kind of had a realization. I think I know why, and I think it's because so many people from this community, the anti-Katie community, side with against Dre. Rather, I don't even know if like many people like sided with anyone. I don't think that there is side. I think people just were against Dre, and I think that that alone is what's set Katie out here with the intent of siding with Dre. Now, I'm not blaming any of us for it. Obviously not. Katie makes her own fucking choices, and she's worked enough to make a decision like that off of just that, off of her own self and her own, I don't know, vindictiveness nature. So I'm just sharing my realization. That's all. No reason.
They didn't want that shared. That they trust you. But they didn't realize, as she said, that they were dealing with someone that was that evil. How could you do something like that? In fact, yesterday, I thought to myself, okay, maybe she does some sort of mark of integrity or humanity. But you waited until her mother died to jab her and rub salt in the wound.
Maybe.
And now you're doing this. Make sure Tisha cannot pay her bills because you don't like the fact
Totally.
that you know that all those funds went to lawyers. You thought that you were smarter than everybody on YouTube, and you're not. You knew people could see right through you, and you didn't like it. You can talk about me all you want. You can obsess over me all you want. Baby, I've been doing this for 4 years. See, I've been riding with the best and biggest psychos on this planet that are obsessed.
Here's where I offer advice. Stooping to this level is not ever going to help you win. This is you're basically if you didn't think to do these things to begin with, then you're not at the same level as Katie, and pretending to be at her level, well, you're going to come out looking like the sham. She's not. So this is why I suggest not doing that because you can't beat her at trying to outdo her in the acts of like I don't know deplority, whatever. I'm not sure if it's a word, but it sounds like one. But you can't outdo her when it comes to doing fucked up shit. If you're not already outdoing her or already thinking of ways on your own in which would outdo her, then you're not going to win. So my suggestion is you have to rise above her. You have to look at her for who she really is. She's a sham. She wants to be a reporter, okay? But the only thing she's good at reporting on is basically ridiculous shit that's basically tattling on people. Like, she's not some like deep buried conspiracy of things to that matter to a mass group of people. She's finding dumbass rumors and gossip, and she's putting that shit on blast. Or she's sharing what other people have already found and putting it on blast. I forget my camera's here, my microphone's over here, so I hope my sound's coming through okay. But that's what she is. She's a fucking narc. That's all she is a narc. You have to treat her as a narc. Anytime you drop down to her level and you say these things and you give her this kind of attention, you're validating her. You're giving her credit. You're Stop looking at her as something that's on par with you, because she's not. You have to rise above her. You have to just talk about her and treat her as the person she truly is. And that's just a fucking bored, lonely housewife fucking narc. That's all she is. So, uh, yeah, exactly. Don't disagree with her, ignore her, have a different opinion, call her out. She will be like the biggest Karen in YouTube manager. Yeah. See, that's the thing. There's nothing you can do. There's there's no she doesn't have any kind of profile for a victim, is what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing you can avoid doing to keep yourself safe. Basically, it's whatever happens to be of importance, or she sees something shiny there at that time. I mean, there's nothing you do to bring her up. There's nothing you can do to prevent it either. If she sees something she wants, she wants to talk about, she wants to exploit, she's gonna do it whether you let her or not. So my advice is, don't try to manipulate the situation in any way. And this is where I think the first place the admins in these groups went wrong is when they try to stifle information. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I'm getting a phone call. And it's one I should probably answer. Hold on. All right, sorry. No, I totally forgot where I left off. Um, I totally forgot where I left off now. That totally blew my concentration. But anyway, just the gist of what I was saying. I get the whole wanting to, like, oh, but since she did this, I'm going to do that. I'm going to one up her. You can't one up her. If she got there first, she got to this level of deplority first. You're not going to be able to up her or one up her if you're not already of the mindset of this level of deplority. It's just not gonna. And that goes for anyone, I think, not just Katie. I mean, if you're having a battle of wits with anyone, if they no problem going to a level which you never would have considered normally, well, then you're not going to win at that level because they've been there before. It's familiar territory. It's not to you. Anyway, I'm going to go back to playing. Oh, sorry, these for this where I left off. Okay, So the first place I think that they went wrong was trying to prevent information from getting out. Now it wasn't their responsibility. They had, and I get not wanting to come out with the information, share the information about Bond Senior. I get that. It's not relative anyways. It has nothing to do with the fundraiser or anything to do with the son. I get that. Don't share it. But the second you start to try to stifle something, that's where you go wrong, because you can't manipulate this. Information is going to get out. You can't control the flow of information. You have to learn to roll with it. You have to just go with it. Um, and the second you reveal for trying to have a hand in this manipulation, is the second you lose that trust and credibility of the people you hope to have that from. That's the first place I think the admins went wrong. And again, I'm going to say it. I don't know who these admin are that's sharing all this shit with Katie, but you're kind of shit. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. You gain the trust of this of Letitia. You gain the trust of this mother who's undoubtedly feeling a lot of fucking emotion for the choices she made in her life with her son, and for where the two of them are at that time. You gain this woman's trust in one of probably the lowest points of her life. And then you have the balls to then share things that she said to you in private and pass judgment on it and try to use it against her. I mean, I don't know what to say to that, but wow. I don't know. I don't know your names. I don't care to know your names. I'm not trying to out anyone. Don't put their names in the chat either, please. Don't bother. Don't put them in the comments. I don't care. I'm just saying, I hope anyone who crosses paths with you in the future online, I hope that they think twice about ever trusting you. So, oops, wrong one. Uh-huh.
Obsessed with me. Good. You're one of them. You're messing with his sister, aren't you? Yeah. Trying to mess with Letitia's job? Why? Because she chose to talk to me and Justin? You're still attacking Elle? And you don't like it that Tia Simone goes live every single night and tells you about yourself. And she doesn't even have to lie. Stating facts and it's driving you crazy. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not about allegedly or in my opinion. You are an evil cunt. You are the most evil person I ever encountered in life. God have mercy on you. The next thing I'm about to ask is this. I would like everyone that has ever recorded and screenshot everything that you have seen Katherine Joy Paulson say and do to this family, recording, video, screenshots, emails. Miss Letitia's going to need all of that.
So, am I correct in my assumption here that that Letitia? What the hell? Wait a second. Okay, it's like everyone waits until I'm streaming to have to talk to me. It's crazy. Why am I getting all here? Again, I forgot where I fucking left off. Oh my god. Oh, am I right to assume then that it's because it sounds like they're planning on suing her maybe for the shit she said about them online? Am I correct to assume this? I'm kind of curious. Um, yeah, exactly. While we're on it, I want to talk about a few other things. This was about to wrap up, anyways. Here, I'm gonna want to let it play out though, because there's like another minute or two. 8:30, about half a minute.
No. It's not about going to her street. Miss Letitia said that if she loses her job, that she is going to sue her. And guess what? So many people dislike evil bitch that we're all going to be donating to that. So everybody see your receipt. That's all I say.
You would think that would be the case. You would. But as we all know, there's been a lawsuit that's a good potential one of winning, even or having some success, let's say. And I hate to use the term winning or losing when it comes to shit like this, but having some success, there's been one. But instead of donating, people have bought into this fucking lie from the Unifam about how it's a fraud raiser and everything else. So, I mark my words. If lawsuit does kind of grow out of this, you're not going to see a lot of donations come from it, because you're going to have, you know, Katie's little drone beast over there in Unifam world doing their shit that they do, trying to undermine everything. So, and the thing is they're not doing anything wrong or illegal. At least not wrong in that sense. Morally wrong, maybe, but whatever. I don't care. None of us are moral, perfect creatures. So, in my opinion, they have every right to be doing what they're doing. My problem isn't even with them so much. My problem is with those that they find success with the people who don't stop for a second and look at things objectively, who don't look at the facts, who don't ignore the fact that they've had proof of much of their claims. And this goes for Katie. This goes for the shit I'm talking about here with the Unifam in particular. This goes for anyone really, though, who tries to spin narrative or like propaganda, I guess. Just don't let your emotions lead you. Usually, I don't know. Just don't let your emotions lead you. In instances where you can't quite determine what is right, like what is correct, rather, like you have two sides of an issue coming at you, and like neither side has really proven their case over the other one. Then in that case, in that instance, I would suggest, yeah, then let your emotions play a part of it, because they matter still, but they don't matter more than facts usually. So just that's all. I don't know. But the other thing I wanted to talk about was it was on Facebook. Let me pull it up. All right, go. Why is my shit's not open, is it? Oh, it was open. Oh, okay. Okay. So, scrolling down here. Okay. Wait, didn't she do a longer one? What's today? Today, 15th. Okay, she must have edited it. Because I could swear it was a longer one that was shared with me. Let me check. Oh, she just added to it the second. All right, guess not. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read it though. If you show up at my home, police will be called. We live in a small community. Outsiders are not welcome here, and my neighbors report any suspicious activity to police. Molly, get your channel and audience together. Calling for the harassment of creators you don't like is a violation of TOS and community guidelines. Don't you dare send any of your minions this way, or we will have all of you arrested, period. Now, what? Oh, Molly's fans calling to show up on my stream. Okay. Okay, I guess I was gonna say that looks like an image of the video I just played, and I don't recall any of that shit being said. Anyways, please familiarize yourselves with harassment laws in Minnesota because any of you that show up here charged arrested. I think Katie needs to familiarize herself with Minnesota harassment laws too, because if you click on that statute and you read it, I'm just saying. Anyway, but that's another discussion. This message, this post she made, I don't know. I'm not saying it just comes off as very don't you outsiders come here to my neighborhood. Like you're not welcome. It comes off as very entitled, very privileged. Um, I mean, everyone has a right in privilege, or everyone has a right to safety. Not judging that, but how this is coming across. First of all, I find it hilarious that she's relying on her neighbors. I'm curious what neighbors these are. Would this be the neighbor that she says attacked her or insulted her son by saying that he shouldn't have to pay for his education or whatever, and therefore attacked like all people with disabilities or mental disabilities? Is it that neighbor, or is it the next door neighbor who put up a Trump flag because she put out a gay pride flag? Is it that homophobic neighbor, or is it the neighbor across the street, the officer who she couldn't stand to look at for the longest time because he was gross, who she disliked because he was a partner in his professional partner with the detective who investigated her essay and who ultimately, allegedly, according to her, had said all these horrible things to her. Basically, is it because he's partners, or is it this neighbor who's going to protect you, the one who you called gross for being partners with the detective whose career you tried to ruin? Are these the neighbors you're relying on to have your back here? Now, they probably will still, you know, step up or whatever if God forbid if something were like that were to happen, because ultimately it's their neighborhood. But they ain't doing it for you, fam. They're not. It's because it's their neighborhood. Just that reeks of entitlement, though. I think to talk shit about these people over the years to the fucking internet, and then kind of rely on them years later for backup. I mean, talk about burning bridges. Holy shit. Yeah, it's I don't know. I had to call attention to that. I mean, I laughed my ass off at that. Oh, here's the video she shared. Okay. See, now I have two cases here in June. Wynette and Marvon Jackson visited Vaughn in the hospital. During their visit, they did not interact with Dre. One afternoon, Dre forgot her phone in the room. Wynette decided to film Dre's phone and cards left in Vaughn's room. Does anyone else find it odd that Dre would just happen to leave her phone behind? Like, her whole life, even at this time, was still like very much on social media. She's just gonna leave the vessel that connects her to social media there in the room with two people who she doesn't trust for no reason. Nah, I think it was left there for a reason. Um, the implication of the phone being left was that they were concerned that Dre was secretly recording them. Yeah, I think that was a pretty good assumption. Right or wrong, it was a pretty good assumption. This was used to help push the idea that Dre heard Vaughn. Really? Let's not forget that this was an idea that Katie herself pushed very hard. In fact, I would say even pushed harder than most when she pushed it. I'm sharing this now so people can see that videos were taken in the room by Von's stepmother and biological father. What the fuck does biological father mean? Why even, what? I am sure this video was sent to numerous creators. Really? How sure are you? Because I don't see anyone else out there sharing it. While I understand Dre isn't speaking to anyone, I do think her admin, oh, this is when she was calling for help or assistance from the admins and shit. Here's another thing too. I mean, I hear that these groups, they're on Facebook. They were started or they were run by like competitors of Dre, and I don't doubt that at all. People, people are usually catty, I don't know, aggressive people for no reason. Then when you add a MLM into the mix, then shit goes crazy. So I don't doubt that. It it doesn't mean that what they were saying was untrue. I mean, still because, in my opinion, by and large, because of the creation of these groups, that so many people know about this entire situation that wouldn't normally know. Like, I never heard of either of these people before this, and I think it's important that. I mean, I don't think that this is one of those like top stories of the year or anything, but this I think needed some publicity for no other reason than to allow the parents to see their son as he lie in a coma. That's reason enough for me. Yeah, let me go back here to chat. I wasn't even looking at chat. Why is no one getting to the bottom of the Ronald McDonald House scam? Honestly, I think it's just because it's so much of that information that could have stemmed from that is gone. You can't really get to the bottom of it. I can't find much on the GoFundMe, like the from the website anymore. Even I don't even know if anything's still up about it. Like even through the Wayback Machine, I don't know. I mean, all I can say is like too much time has passed and too much information. I think it's gone for good. I mean, the internet, sure, it never forgets, but just being remembered of shit becomes harder and harder as time goes on. And plus, I mean, you're talking about if the information isn't readily available and with just by looking for it, then you're looking at needing subpoenas and shit like that, and no one's gonna grant that over just I don't know, and just to appease internet sleuths. What's he gonna do? That's right. The chat was moving kind of fast. I'm gonna put on slow mo just for it. If it's a wrong idea, let me know. But I'll put it on a small amount of slow mode. What am I doing? No. Customization. There we go. Right there. I can always take it off if need be. Just let me know, peeps. Let me close that out for now. Let me get back down here. Okay. Go away, bee. Yes, he did show receipts, Taylor. Steve Guy did show receipts for his fundraiser. And I mean, as far as even like the more personal receipts, he still offers them. He just doesn't want to put them out there publicly and blast like that. But if people ask or message him, he will show them. Yes, she said they manipulated her to claim Andrea as a man. Well, Jesus Christ, she sure seems awfully gullible and naive, especially for a quote unquote reporter, to be that easily manipulated. I mean, you can't trust her with anything then, with any kind of, you can't get any information from her because who knows who told her what for what reason. She's that easily duped. How can you believe anything she says then? How can she? I mean, fuck. Yeah, there's no crime here. Make no mistake here, okay? Um, if you're getting any of your information at this point from Katie, from anyone in the Uni family regarding these fundraisers, or it's not even these fundraisers. It was one fundraiser. The rest was like through Cash App and shit. So if you're getting any of your information from them, just know that this is what they do. Okay, you don't have to take my word for it. If you're going to follow them or follow any of this, you're going to just see for yourselves. Just keep it in mind though, so you can maybe more quickly notice it when you spot it. Just know that what they're doing is deflection. They're trying, not even deflection. It's the word I'm looking for. It's a distraction. It's maybe it is deflection. I don't know. They're trying to get you to look elsewhere, so you stop looking here. Okay, this is what they're doing, and they're trying to get you to stop finding these very things wrong with them, to get you to look and search for these very same things wrong in other people, especially people who they deem problematic. Okay, um, and that's what it all comes down to. I mean, first ask yourselves, why is it that they deem these people so problematic? What is it that what was the interaction that started this all? That started anything? And that's where you're going to find so much of your answers. Like with Katie here, I think with her, the interaction that she noticed first and foremost was that, in part, so many people from the community were listening to Molly. They were liking Molly. And then when Katie had Molly up on the panel with her, you saw it in the chat just how much people liked Molly. And Katie didn't like that. And then on top of it, when she learned that the people involved liked Molly more than Katie, well, then there was rejection. That's what this all comes down to. That's why she's doing what she's doing. My opinion. Prove me wrong. Okay, now as far as like the receipts and everything for the lawyers, most of these fundraisers will have some sort of agreement or offer about this written in them. And anyone who's given money through Cash App or anything, no, I'm sorry, you don't even apply. You're not applicable. This isn't applicable with you because you didn't go through the GoFundMe campaign. You just gave money to someone through Cash App. And great, you did a very selfless thing, and you're helping a family achieve some sense of closure regardless of which way the situation goes. And you're a good person for that. But if you had different expectations, I don't know. All I can say is maybe just make this clear with yourself before you give money next time, because you're not entitled to these things. And even when it comes to the GoFundMe campaign, I could see maybe a bit more of an argument there because of what the description was for it and everything. But the thing is that wasn't set up by Letitia. Okay, they was set up by someone else for Letitia. Um, and there was no promise or guarantee that any kind of receipts or whatever would be shown, or that every dollar was going towards attorney fees. And first and foremost, even Katie herself knew that the whole goal of all of this, of the whole goal of the bringing publicity to the situation, even was to get Letitia to be able to see her son. That was the whole goal. Now, this is a goal that is going to be ongoing for her because he's still laying in a coma. Whether or not you want to keep donating or donate again or donate and for the first time in the future, that's up whatever. That's up to you. Not even commenting on that. But even I'm just speaking strictly to Katie's talk about Katie's involvement of this. Even she realized that that was the goal. The goal wasn't to go to court and to win parental rights or whatever, or to get Dre taken off of power of attorney. None of that was the goal. The goal was for Letitia to see her son. So that's all I'm saying. And but the whole point too of this video here is you're not going to win with Katie if you're playing by her game. especially if it's a game that you weren't already instinctively playing on your own. You you have to refuse to play her game. You have to basically rise above her. You have to treat her as though she is beneath you, and you know, in many areas she is probably. Um, you can't give her the credit. You you just can't, because the second you do, she's won, because that's all she wants. She wants to feel validated. She wants to feel as though she is a person of importance, for someone who is adhered to, listened to, and trusted. You can't give her that, because then she's won. And anytime you respond to her personally in a video or whatever, you're giving her exactly that. That's my advice. This is why I feel like making a video to her is kind of the wrong way to go about it, and why, and what I think the better tactic is. And I know that this may come off as, there's a bee flying there, and it's a bee. I know that this comes across as me saying like, oh, just ignore her, be the better person or whatever. No, I'm not even saying that. No, not at all. By all means, don't ignore it. No, you can speak on it. You should speak on it, but it's how you speak on it. You you can't. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to end the stream because of a fucking bee. I don't like this. You can't speak on it as speaking to her, because just even acknowledging her in the second person like that, you're giving. Is the second person? Yeah, second person. You're giving her credit. When you speak on it, speak of her in the third person, and you have to do it in a way that's where she's the joke. That's my advice. It's my opinion. No, what's going on? Okay, I heard the alert. Oh my god, I really am gonna have to end the stream because of fucking bee. Katie sent the bee. Oh, okay, I got it now. Um, I wouldn't worry about it right now. I really am gonna wrap up the stream. Um, I'm freaking starving. What? Um, apparently there's someone in chat who's caused commotion in short. I don't want to address it though, just by booting or whatever. Although that sounds kind of. Yeah, Taylor's got a point. You can dislike someone and they can be right sometimes. Um, I don't even know. Like, I can't even tell what. Okay, here's the deal. I'm not for or against anyone here. This is only about this situation. I don't know. I don't know anything about Molly previously. I'm not giving any kind of opinion on that. What I've seen of her throughout this situation, I see nothing that I dislike. I'll be honest. I don't see anything that I really dislike. There's maybe been a couple of things I might have handled differently, but I get it. I understand where she's coming from nonetheless. I don't fault her. I don't see ill intent. Is what I'm saying. I don't see any ill intent. But that's this situation. That's my experience with her. I don't expect everyone else to feel the same. Of course not. I'm not going to argue against anyone else's experience with her, nor am I going to take up anyone else's argument regarding their experience with her. Okay? I'm only going to attest to mine. That is it. Again, this is not about Molly. I'm not talking about Molly and where she's the main subject. Nothing against her. But right now, my interests lie in Katie being the main topic here. Um, and I hope anyone who hears this, who's a part of the true crime community, please don't take any offense with everything I've said, because y'all are fucking crazy. I really don't want to be on your bad side. Like for real. If people who are not familiar with the true crime community, and I get it, it's because there's a lot of emotions and everything involved. In it. I get it, but like I thought that coming online, I thought the anti-vaxxers were crazy. Nah. Then I met the drama community. I thought the drama community was crazy. Nah. Then I met the true crime community, and I don't want to know anything that's crazier than that. I just don't. So please, do not take this as me being offensive in any way. Okay, please. Anyway, and yeah, again, and you can disagree with me. I don't give a shit. It's all cool. Um, what I'm not, one thing I read I'm not too happy about, it sounded like a threat almost. I don't know, but I don't know the context of it, so I'm not going to say it was or not. I have to go back and read it. I'm not going to do it right this second. Okay, Dumpy Dump, if you have proof of any of these claims you're making, please know that you're not. I don't want to say that you're not going to find a more open-minded person. Maybe you will, but I can assure you that I will look at anything you have to show with as little bias as possible, and I will be as open-minded as possible. Because really, the only side I care about is just whatever the facts are, whatever the truth is. I don't care where it lies or where it ends up ultimately lying. I just that's what I'm going to back is whatever's true and whatever's factual. So please, if you have any proof of the things you're saying, please, I implore you to just share them, and I will absolutely, consider them. So, other than that, I don't know what to say. Other than that, so all right, we're just gonna do this. We're gonna give a timeout while I wrap up the stream. I did it. So please don't go blame any of my mods for it. I'm the one who timed Dumpy Dump out. Is it Dumpy Dump? Yeah, it is. I timed you out. No one else did. So on that note, I'm now going to wrap up the stream. And please, I welcome all opinions, all points of view, all discussions in the chat on the channel. Um, and I even welcome some discourse. I don't expect people to get along and have your arguments, have it out even. There's a wrong way in which to do it, and I don't like to censor people even for doing it the wrong way, but I will. I know I'm not perfect either, but I'm just gonna do whatever I feel is right in that moment. So on that point, okay, I echo chamber. I know you're not talking to me, but if you're talking to Claire, I'm thinking you might mean it toward me too. Oh yeah, and that's the thing. If you want to donate. Just know that what you're donating to, you're helping a family achieve some whatever amount of resolution they can achieve in a shitty situation. That's what you're helping. Okay, that's all it's to expect anything else above and beyond that is just I think a little bit naive, but that's my opinion. On that point, I am going to wrap this up. But I had fun. Thank you guys for being here. I have the next 3 days off, so I'm so psyched about networking. So excited. All right, bye.